Hey everybody, it's Miss Smith. I'm sorry that I'm missing yet another class with you. I was sick last week, and then today I have an orthodontist appointment for my daughter that had to be made during school hours. So I have left some work for you to do. It's in the playlist here. So you guys are going to be calculating your carbon footprint. We've been talking about human impact and everything more on a global scale, and so now we're going to be condensing it down and bringing it to a more local individual scale. So when you click start on your playlist, here you have the same standards that we've been trying to meet. So we're evaluating human impacts and their impacts on biodiversity and coming up with some mitigation techniques to lessen those impacts on biodiversity. So you guys are going to be calculating your carbon footprint and trying to figure out ways to lessen it. Okay, so here is the note for today. Just real quick, if you are in person, we are going to be going outside on Thursday the 20th. We're doing a school report card, so we're going to be walking around campus and kind of tallying up and giving a score value to the school and how eco-friendly they are. And so just be aware that it's going to be partly sunny and a high of 88 degrees, so make sure you're dressing appropriately. Make sure it is still to school code, school dress code, but we're going to be walking in the grass. We won't necessarily have to go back in the woods like some of you did last time, and it won't be as muddy. However, don't wear your best clothes, don't wear your best shoes, because there's a possibility that they might get dirty. So wear something that's maybe old, something that's already dirty, and you don't really mind if they get a little bit more dirty. Okay, so now that you're familiar with the human impacts of climate change, again, we're going to be kind of narrowing this down to individual impacts and also looking at things that are happening in Maryland. So here is your assignment. So you're going to go ahead and download that. And then once you open it up, this is what you're going to see. So remember to click Enable Editing so you can work in the document and also save it. But you're going to be answering some questions. So here's the carbon footprint calculator that you guys are going to be using. So first, before you even start and you open this up, I want you to make a prediction about how many planets or planet Earth does it take to support your lifestyle. So think of all the things that you use, all the things that you buy, all the energy that you might use, and how many planet Earths do you think it would take to support your lifestyle. And then you're going to go through and you're going to answer these questions once you open up this this website. So when you open it up, this is what it's going to look like. So you're going to click Take the First Step. And then you're given a series of questions. These are the questions, when just the basic ones, the vague ones that kind of condense everything. These are the ones that you're going to put the answers to on your Word document. So number 2, how often do you eat animal-based products? And why do you think this affects your footprint? So when you go to that website, that's exactly what this question is. So do you think it's never? Do you think it's occasionally? Do you think it's often? So you're going to move the slider bar to however often you do. However, to get a more detailed and an accurate carbon footprint estimate, you want to click on this because it's going to open up these individual ones. So how often do you eat beef or lamb? For me, it's once every few weeks. I don't eat lamb, but I do have a burger or a steak every now and then. For pork, again, that's once every few weeks. My husband cooks spaghetti sauce with pork sausage in it. For poultry, I eat poultry nearly every day. We usually have chicken with our meals. Fish or shellfish, again, it's really kind of infrequently. It's not never, so I guess infrequently would be the next one. And then egg, cheese, and dairy, I eat them every day. Not every meal, nearly every day. So then you click Save, and then you can go on to the next question. So how much food, etc., etc. So you're just going to answer, make sure you're marking your answers as you go in your document, but make sure that you're also answering the more in-depth questions so that you get a better idea of what your carbon footprint is. It's a little more accurate. So you're going to go all the way through, and eventually when you're done, you're going to end up with something like this. You're going to end up with this graph, and so you're going to take this information and you're going to put it into this chart here, okay? And then you're going to go through again and list the changes that you've made to your lifestyle. So what kind of things would you improve, or what can you change to make it so that your impact isn't as great as what was calculated the first time? So go back through, what challenges, list the challenges that you make, and then maybe You could even do a side-by-side screenshot of your before and after if you want to do it that way. But just list some of the improvements, the mitigation techniques you can use to lessen the carbon footprint. And then for the second activity, you're going to be seeing how climate change is actually happening now. The results of climate change you can actually see in Maryland. So this is a video about what's happening on the Eastern Shore. And so you're going to watch the video and then you're going to answer these questions here. So list and explain the 4 impacts of sea level rise in Dorchester County. So there are 4 there. Which of the impacts do you think will be the most harmful and why? How does the video help show that climate change is occurring? Does the information in the video change or impact your perspective on climate change? Why or why not? So you're just going to answer these. And then once you're done with that, you're done with the lesson and you can turn this in. I will be available through email and checking that periodically throughout the day. So if you have any questions, if you're stuck on anything, please reach out to me and I will get back to you as soon as I check that email. And if you are still having issues, then we can talk next class as well, because this isn't technically due until Friday. All right. So hopefully you find this pretty eye-opening and fun. Hopefully you haven't done it in another class in middle school before. I know some of the middle school teachers are now using it, but I think it's kind of insightful. Some of you guys may not know how big your footprint is, and so it'll be a great way to kind of figure out what we can do to make things better. All right. Okay, everybody, I will see you next class. I hope you all have a good day, and don't forget, if you're in person, we're going to be going outside. The people at home, you're going to have a different assignment, and I'll address that next class. Bye, everybody.